Showtime.
Hey, what's going on? What's going on? Before we get started, I want to remind everybody throw the mask on, throw your shields on, whatever you got to do to feel safe. Get down to Elizabeth A. Kelly's courtroom tomorrow at 2 o'clock is a water crisis protest. Um, One of the many things that I didn't put together that I support. Um, I'm going to preach at that. Hopefully, we have a big group because there's a lot of individuals that I'm expecting to be there that do individual things, and it should be a nice experience seeing um, groups of people that do separate things coming in for one cause. I'm hoping to see that tomorrow at 2 o'clock. We'll see. The legitimate excuses in the air about what's going on as far as this pandemic and people being sick, and like I said, throw the mask on, throw your face shield, do what you got to do, but stand up. We got this is I don't know if it's our last time, but it's getting close to our last time of voicing our displeasure in the treatment that we have been that we have been receiving over these past going on 8 years, probably more than 8 years, because you got to remember we had this problem before we broke up the issue. So we probably going into 9 and 10 years as far as this water crisis is concerned. But on record, we're going on 8. So it's not our final chance to voice our displeasure, but it's getting close. So let's show up, let's stand behind, and which I don't know who all gonna show up tomorrow. I don't. I just know we just got a whole lot of different things going on, and this should be a time that different groups come together as one, and we'll see. We will see. Um, Lately, I really discovered something about I really have started to face something that I didn't want to face, and that's understanding that our city really is split in half. There have been many people saying that our city has been split in half, and I've been kind of stubborn trying to say because I hang with people on both sides of the field. That's why I be saying don't have be a real friend. Tell your friend when they wrong. Don't just tell your friend that they right when they wrong. I mean, just like you got a friend that's making music and he got some garbage. Don't tell him he got a classic. He got some garbage. Let him know your song. You need to go back to the lab. Don't put that out there. You know, that's what real friends do. And I gotta keep saying that because a lot of us don't have real friends. A lot of us is a real friend give us a good suggestions or tell us where we wrong at. We get mad at that friend. We fire that friend. We take that grant from that friend. Think about it. It's just a lot of selfishness that got to end because, like I've been saying for the longest, we in the mud. We spit mud. We so far in the dirt as Flint residents. We spit mud. We got so many issues, and we got so many sellouts. We got sellouts trying to portray themselves as heroes. We got sellouts that you had to look behind everything to realize what's going on. You had to pay attention to people that tune in to podcasts when you're talking about one thing and they tune in, they want to talk about another thing. We gotta be aware of people like that. Sellouts don't come on sellout clothing. They come in friend clothes. They befriend you. They act like they have your interest. They have your interest in hand. But at the end of the day, it's a paycheck. Um, it's sad. It's sad, but it's the truth. We just coming to a bad time. And I've been thinking, well, I've been just imagining, because it's way more than 1,000 people that's registered to vote in Flint that don't vote. I was just thinking how nice it would be if we could get 1,000 registered voters that don't vote to all come together and all push their agenda out there. It would be wonderful because it's way more people that think like me that ain't at no table than it is people that think like me that at a table. And I don't see no one talking and bringing up certain points that I bring up. No one. But a lot of people that wasn't privileged to get that information that I bring up feel the same way I do. And what I'm talking about is Flint not demanding billions of dollars from the state and not demanding trillions of dollars from the federal government. Flint not making a real hard push to get people involved in voting. Flint um, reacting instead of being proactive towards serious situations like the Ajax plant. It's just we got, and then we tried. Now I'm gonna say something. Now with the Ajax, we tried to be proactive. We wasn't as far behind the eight ball as we was on the water crisis settlement and stuff like that. We was way ahead of the game with them on that one. We've been, but just like the water crisis, it just ignored us. It kept doing what they wanted to do. We cried. We didn't want the water to switch to the Flint River, but they still switched. They ignored the fact when people were saying that the water wasn't treated. They still switched the water. With the Ajax, we complained, but they moving on with it. This settlement, we said we don't like it, but they moving on with it. So we gotta before the next thing get hit, we gotta get a little bit more bond, and we gotta be a whole lot more proactive because we just can't keep adding to this list of catastrophes that we're taking. I mean, we losing as a whole, we losing everywhere we're on. And let me explain to y'all one more time why I say we're taking a loss when it comes to this settlement, no matter what you get. Number one, the George Floyd family received $29 million in his wrongful death. People died during the water crisis. Ain't nobody finna get $29 million. Right here in Flint, Michigan, when they had that gas explosion. And I hear this is not even a family that the explosion took place on their property, but their neighbor is suing Consumer Powers for $50 million. Look at all that settlement from them girls that was improperly touched by that gym teacher or whatever. Was he a gym teacher or instructor or something? He had something to do with the national gymnastics team. But anyway, they settlement changed their life. And what I mean by that is they don't have to live in their house that they lived in when before they got that settlement. They can rebuild and move on. Very few people is from this Flint water settlement is gonna be able to move on. Uh, I've been hearing that it's some conversation that people are gonna have to be paying more back, more they settlement out than what they was suspected because they didn't know that Medicare was gonna come back and recoup. But now that it's all said and done, oh yeah, Medicare is gonna come back and recoup. You have until May the 26th, I think. Don't quote me, but it is in May. So if you just have your paperwork done by May the 1st, you're good. So after I'm thinking it's the 26th though. So after May the 26th, that's the cutoff for these packages that people got to turn them back in. I say it should take them at least 3 to 4 months to put on. So we say May, June, July, August, into September, into September, which is beautiful because we have an election August, the second week, the first Tuesday in August. We have the first Tuesday following a Monday in August. We have an election. And the same thing for the first Tuesday following a Monday in November, we have an election. I'm not looking at the calendar, so I can't tell you what the dates is. So I'm just gonna break it down to you like that because I don't know is the first of the month of the first of August is on a Tuesday. You see what I'm saying? So we gonna see what's going on with that one. And then like I said, that's good time. That's very good timing because like I said before, we should have opted out. We should have had an army up telling people to opt out. We shouldn't have been opting in. If enough of us did not opt in, they couldn't have done none of this. They had to have a certain amount of us to opt in and make moves, and that's why everybody was pressing people to sign in, but they wasn't pressing people to give them information. They wasn't pressing people to ask them how much they wanted. They were pressing people to get them to sign up. They were pressing people to go get paperwork. They were pressing people to take lead tests, but they still were never pressing people or asking people what did they feel they deserved. They had no street representation. We had people that helped get people there to sign them up, but those same people wasn't even invited to the table to discuss what we wanted. So we got a lot going on with the water settlement. So we need to take advantage of this getting close to the last time to make a stand and then like I said, us standing out there and protesting, all they're gonna do is hear what we say or not hear what we say and keep moving. So but it's good to let people know whether they listen and do or listen and ignore that we lifted our voices. So whether people act like they hear you or not, it's good to lift your voice. And that's my main point that I gotta say with this. We gotta get there tomorrow at 2 o'clock. We gotta get there tomorrow at 2 o'clock. Judge Elizabeth A. Kelly courtroom in the courthouse on the 600 South Saginaw. We gotta go in through the back. The front you can go out of, but only staff can enter in there. So go to the back of the building. Be there at 2 o'clock. Bring your sign, whatever. Mask up, shield up, stand up. You know, we gotta, we gotta, we gotta show you some sort of unity. And let me say this: this protest is the beginning of my scaling down. Um, I'm no longer finna be going hard for people that don't go nowhere when it comes to things that I try to do. Done with that. And I'm not gonna do like most of them and just support what I do. I'm still gonna show some support, but like I said before, uh, I was told a couple of years ago by somebody that I thought was a friend, just because, and this was during an election. Somebody that I was helping somebody run for office that should have got some support, but the support went towards somebody that had really had really put venom in the hearts, and some of the lies and stuff that were told by this and really individuals, really two individuals that they were supporting, and then they little words was, just because you go hard for me, that don't mean I'm gonna go hard for you. And that kind of tore me apart. Um, Especially when you say that to somebody that never went against you, and you favor somebody that says an apology, a weak apology in my point of view, and we gotta have better standards in that. And I'm not saying that we're not supposed to forgive and forget, but it's a time and a place for everything. It wasn't a time and a place for that. It was a time in every election, it's all about who's the best qualified. Um, who's gonna do the most for the city? We got a city council election that I ain't even really heard of. Let me see. First ward knew him. Second ward, basically this election. Third ward knew him. Fourth ward, basically this election. Fifth ward knew her. Uh, but to be honest, I didn't even know Jerry Winfrey Carter until she won her city council seat. She wasn't irrelevant, but she was unknown. I never heard of her name, and then she get the seat because of her last name, little name popularity and stuff. So, but didn't know her. Haven't heard of anything that she had done anything before she got elected. Sixth ward, Tanya, like I said, I knew or heard of Tanya before the election. Seventh ward, uh, that's Allie, right? Never heard of her before this election. I never even knew she was a Flintstone until none of that until she was running for office. But a lot of people can say the same for me. A lot of people still don't know me. So I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that a lot of this has been a lot of the unknown. I happen to know Dennis Pfeiffer. But a lot of people didn't know Dennis Pfeiffer until he got elected. A lot of people like, who was that guy in the eighth ward? Oh, that's Dennis Pfeiffer. Okay, now they know Dennis Pfeiffer. Ninth ward, I never heard of Eva Worthy until she won that election. Never heard of her. Never heard mention or anything. None of that until she won that election. And I think she won that election with about 10, 20 votes. I'm not sure because I heard it was a Scott Kincaid debacle to where he was in too many races at one time. And he elected to try to get the mayor seat instead of hold on to his ninth ward council seat. So that's how we end up getting Eva in the seats that she had. But once again, they didn't know nothing about her until she got into that council seat. So it's quite interesting. Quite interesting. Didn't know nothing about Cynthia Nilly except she was married to Sheldon Nilly until she became state rep. Never knew anything about her politically until then. So we gotta do better when it comes to electing people and really just being out there and supporting the right people because a lot of stuff that people do, they're not getting media attention. The other activists know what they're doing and schedule events at the same time that they have events scheduled. No call, no show when it comes to making. That's why I say I'm hoping that we see a lot of different members of different groups show up. I know we're not going to see all of the water warriors. We're not going to be there because once again, some water warriors are active, some are real active, some are barely active, some are MIA. Some pop up every now and then. So I don't know how many of us are going to be down, but I think we need to be down there and we need to stand up for Tony Palladino because he would be there, and Priscilla because she would be there. No if and buts or maybes about it. If they were alive, they would be there, and we owe it to them to see this through and to stand up and speak out. Because once again, they would stand up and they would speak out if they were here. So we ain't had no comments enough, have we, Mr. Mick?
What'd you say now, Rich?
I said we ain't have many comments, anything, did we?
You have, Bada.
Hey, what's going on, Bada? What Miss Bada talking about?
She said she appreciate your show. That's very informative. And she said, Mrs. Priscilla and Mr. Tony, you know. Hey, Bada, yeah, this time, Bada, I didn't bring it over to Fli-City Blackout because Rich gonna be on this 810 Me's Nudia page, but I did put it on YouTube. I'm gonna have to send you an invite to the 810 because a lot of Rich shows gonna be on this Facebook. And she said Mrs. Claire McClendon. But she
Miss
said
Claire
Mr.
gonna be
Blunt.
there.
Oh, Miss Claire
Miss
gonna be
Claire
there.
gonna be there tomorrow.
But Rich, you said you spoke highly of Miss Bada. This was something different Rich did yesterday. He spoke highly of all the council people yesterday.
Yeah,
Spoke
I gave
highly.
credit where credit is due.
Yeah, he wouldn't, like some can say he be on Quincy, but he spoke highly of Quincy yesterday. He spoke highly of Liddell yesterday. He spoke highly of even Eva Worthy. He spoke highly of all of them yesterday when they did their job. How you feel about that, Rich? Did anybody give you a call when you spoke highly of them?
No, 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 no. They only gonna call me when there's controversy or they didn't got a negative message or something back. That's all that is. People is all about the city of Flint is all about fighting. Like I said earlier, and I gotta acknowledge it. We split in half.
That's what I was just gonna ask you. How you feel about us being split in half?
Teddy, chill out. You gotta chill out. You gotta chill out.
That is sad. How you feel about us being split in half, Rich? And enlighten us on that.
Man, I'm trying to unsplit us, but it's hard. It's hard to unsplit them. It's hard to unsplit us when we got so many people that are so negative. We got too many people that are one lane. We got so many people that running out here talking about how they support this and they support that. But when you get off, when you even on paper, even on camera, because you can see it in the pictures, and you can see the soloism in the pictures. It's clear as day. You can see when people be making statements about how they support other people, how their surroundings is just their surroundings. They're not going in another lane doing anything. It's a lot of separation, and it's going to be even more separation because you got a lot of these groups that are very similar, that are all looking for funding, and they all can't receive funding. So it's going to even be more bickering, and it's going to be even more people pump faking when they talk about how they stand up and they stand up for Flint, when in reality they got a chip on their shoulder because somebody else got a grant that they was shooting for. And then they got that, we got a lot of, we are very competitive. We are competitive by nature. We are gifted by nature. When I put my basketball teams together, I don't have tryouts. I just take the first kids that come in the gym at that age,
Right.
and I have me a squad, and I have talent on my team. But it's kind of rough because you're going up against talent because Flint is full of talent. Flint is full of
And
competitors.
what Bada
Flint is
said,
a very competitive, and we got another. We're getting another. faction in Flint that I don't like.
This what Bada said. Bada said internalized racism splits us apart.
Sellout splits us apart. Sellouts allow internalized racism. Internalized racism can't go nowhere. If we don't have sellout. We have sellouts. If you really, if you really dig deep and go against our oppressors in just the city of Flint, if you just pay attention to the ones that are really suppressing us,
Right.
really trying to hurt us, really trying to disrespect us, really trying to use us, and you will see a black Flint resident, whether they are activists or elected official or both, alongside with that person. Think about it. We had to have black activists and councilmen to get people to sign up for this lawsuit.
Right. You right about that.
You see what
No.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
You gotta realize this black it's black people that sold this master plan to us. It was black people on the charter commission that wrote some of these crazy rules up.
Yeah. I agree with you with that.
You gotta think about all the black people that got these grants that can't open their mouth now. You gotta think about all
No,
the
you right about that. She said City Hall is hurting Flint. Yeah, I believe it.
the voters is hurting Flint. The voters voted for City Hall. The voters voted for Shelton Neely. Don't get mad at Sheldon Neely. Get mad at the people that voted for him. Get mad at the people that knew he was going to do what he's doing and told y'all to go out there and vote. Get mad at the people that tell y'all, can't we all just get along? Get mad at the people that talk about, can't we just move forward? Get mad at the people that keep bringing, this is this man's third year. And y'all keep on saying the mistakes that he's doing, the bad thing that he's doing is because of the previous administration. Get mad at those people. Get mad at those people in that Flint politic group that keep on trying to spread lies. That's what you need to do. Get mad at that radio station and let them come on there and tell those lies and mislead all the people. Don't get mad at him. Get mad at the real ones, the sellouts. Like I said, the sellout. Everything that he's doing, he's enabled by sellouts. And then we got silent sellouts that don't like him, that know what he's doing wrong, but all they want to, no, speak out. They ain't speaking out. They ain't speaking out.
No, like Bada said, sell your soul for money.
Sell your soul for friendship, man. Everybody ain't getting paid either.
And this my thing right here. That she said that Friday show. She said that Friday show blocked me. Who blocked you? Who blocked you, Bada? What Friday show?
Probably the Sam Riddle.
Oh, okay, yeah. But this my thing. This my thing. Why the blacks? Why the blacks on that council haven't tried to get together to get Tony Browder? What's the hold up with paying Tony Browder, if I'm saying his name wrong. White Neely won't pay him.
Would you say that again?
I said White Neely won't pay Tony Browder, the
Tony Browder. Who was Tony Browder?
the historian.
I gotta dig into that, Mick. You're gonna have to catch me up on that one.
No,
You
she
want up
says
me?
she said Paul Heron blocked her. She said, well, Bot, I seen that he put on Facebook. He said he going to StreamYard. So if if you got to sign in to the StreamYard, and it'll let you it'll let you make comments now. So I know on the first city council will be did on StreamYard, like how we on StreamYard. You know what I'm saying about it. So they go city council will be on this, so you'll be able to comment on it. He said, well, we know why he ain't. I mean, but what's the thing with WT Stevens? I feel like everybody in Flint. Yeah, she
Well,
said. Yeah, she said. Yeah, Neely is shameful. I'm finna put it up. I know he a historian, brother Rich. He done been on he been on a lot of black. He do a lot of stuff about African history. And she said Neely is shameful not to pay Tony Browder. I think that's wrong too. You know, she said I'm done with Neely and Paul. I mean, well, you know what? I mean, Bada, to be honest, Paul caught between the rock and the hard one, because he got to do what I mean, he got to do what he's being told, because it's a job. You know, a lot of people don't be want to lose them. Want to, like Rich said earlier, a lot of people don't want to lose them grants getting that contract to do the recording for up there. You know what I'm saying? But I still feel like, I don't know, man. I feel like with the city of Flint, they should have way better equipment down there, man.
should have been had better
Yeah,
equipment.
yeah. With the money the city of Flint got, it should be way better equipment, man.
And you can't blame that on the Neely administration either. And or the Weaver. That was
Uh,
outdated doing both of theirs.
and that was bad because both of them could have put some money into it. But
And it was it was outdated doing Wiley's also.
I like what she did. That's what I said. Dan Wiley should have did. All of them should have did who was in there. Bada said, "What will Paul do when Neely gone?" I don't know.
Probably be working for the next administration.
Yeah. Hopefully I get my gig together. I can get that. you know.
Hey, do some of it, split it up or something.
But to be honest with you, I feel like it should be Lisa $100,000 budget. To be honest with you, if you're gonna do it right, you know what I'm saying. You know, I'm just saying if you pay the people, people can have like I said, what we doing, Rich. You know, we gonna get a bill. I like how Dewan got the, we down there working. You know what I'm saying. Bottom, we gonna create different platforms. I feel you. You know, as far as you done, because Bada said she done with Facebook. Bada, you gonna still be able to catch us on the Fli-City Blackout YouTube channel. And
Body,
and
they
I'm
want.
finna hold up, Rich. And I'm finna create the eight. Well, I just ain't started up. I'm finna do the 810 News Media page TV for YouTube. Well, Rich Jones gonna be his show gonna be on. There gonna be different ones. We're gonna have shows on Fli-City Blackout. Like I said, it's just cousins doing.
We're never gonna abandon our mothership. Fli-City Blackout will always be something that we do. Will always be something that we support, and it's never gonna change. So, like I said before, and that's not gonna be an organization that I scale back some of my volunteerism to. But some of this other stuff, I'm not gonna lie, I gotta take a step back. Is I done had people call me up and tell me like, why are you fighting for people that don't even fight for themselves? I done had plenty of people tell me that. I had people call and tell me you need to be selfish. But let me tell you this.
Oh, hold up. She got one question. She said no. Paul divided the Juneteenth. You can go from there, Rich.
Bada, he definitely was a part of this Champions March. And he definitely wasn't a part of the original march. So I ain't gonna say that he divided it, but he showed up picked the wrong side. And the reason why I say they picked the wrong side is because where was the education at? Juneteenth is a moment of education. That parade didn't educate nobody. That and West that girl, so she probably didn't even know the meaning of Juneteenth. Most of the people that were lined up that witnessed that horrendous episode probably didn't even know the meaning of Juneteenth. So that's what I'm saying. And it was called the Parade of Champions. How you gonna have a parade of champions on Juneteenth Day? That wasn't that was that Once again, that was proof that our city was split. That was proof that our city was split. And I just didn't want to accept it, but I accept it now. Our city is split. I'm gonna I'm gonna agree with the masses. Our city is split. And I'm finna go let these dogs back in the house. Yep. Uh,
Okay, nah, yeah, Bada, we respect you for that too, for tuning in with us. Yeah, she
yeah,
said Dr. Deloney has done Black History teaching. Nah, Bada, I'm still part of Fli-City Black House, so we
yeah.
gonna be doing that.
That's our backbone. That's
Yeah,
that would motivate me.
yeah, that's
What
what that.
happened? What happened this summer made me dedicate myself to making sure that the missions and stuff that goes on between Dewan and Mother Deloney, I participate in and give my full support. And that's not going to change because, like I said before, I accept the reality. We split.
Right. That's why we trying to create all these different platforms, Bada. You know, That's why we creating these different platforms to bring it on. Like tomorrow, I'm gonna be in studio down at the Black Lives Matter building to get y'all ready for the Thursday show. With Dewan gonna come in and Shatira and Brother Robinson Dare's gonna put down a classic for y'all. And me and Rich gonna start it. We're gonna probably start the first 30 minutes to warm y'all up to get ready for the get you ready for the mothership of our new this our networks that we putting out here. So like Rich, so now that we got to get back to serious business now,
Okay.
what do you feel about this garbage
This
investigation?
garbage contract.
Oh, let me finish it though. Do you think some of the ones who voted for it just to do it to do a dog and pony show, or do you really think they're gonna vote to have this going on? What you think?
Man, I can see a definitely four that won't change their way far as making sure these hearings. Now you got to realize they're going up against a slick guy. They got to have a council meeting to where city council will be able to state why they're going to vote no or why they're going to vote yes. Um, we got to hear what the ones that are going to vote no is going to say, and we got to see what they're going to do with that fourth ward. If they're going to be able to convince the fourth ward to vote to go with the hearings or not. Um, and then I think honestly, I think it's going to be a 7-2 or 8-1 vote that they go on with the hearing. And the reason why I say that because uh, it don't make no sense for Quincy Murphy and Liddell Lewis to not go along with the hearings after they know that Eric Mays is going. Because Eric Mays is voting for the hearing. Ain't no ifs and buts about that. He's voting yes for the hearing. Tanya
Well,
Burns is voting yes for the hearings. Dennis Pfeiffer is voting yes for the hearing. Jerry Winfrey Carter, that might be another one that may change their mind when it comes to voting for the hearing.
I think
But
she'll
right
vote
now,
for him.
yeah,
But this what
I
Bada
think
said.
I think to be honest from listening to Julie Presley and stuff, I think she more inclined to. I don't know.
Well, hold your
I
thought
don't
before
know. I
you.
think Jerry. I think Jerry.
Hold,
Didn't
Rich,
Jerry
hold.
Winfrey Carter bring up the fact that the garbage company was picking up plastic and garbage, or did Tanya Burns bring that up?
No, that was Jerry Winfrey, Tanya, and
Well,
both Jerry Winfrey. No, that was when that. I know Jerry Winfrey Carter said that, and Dennis Pfeiffer. I know that.
Well. There go your five right there.
Well, hold on. This what Bada said. Bada said the new mayor would challenge this garbage contract if services are not acceptable. That's what Bada going with. Is a new mayor coming? And then her next one, and her third question, well, her second one was, I want to vote for Mayor Weaver again to improve Flint. We don't. If Weaver do run, we don't know. So we didn't try to speculate about it. That's why we don't speak on her running. And then her third question was, why is Ward second and third not voting for the hearing? Rich can answer that for you.
Well, Bada, so far, they like I said, it was an 8-1 vote for them to send it to council. So now we got to see if they're going to vote to actually have the hearing. Because we have witnessed in the past how a certain councilman had us thinking that he was with us. And then when that vote came, he showed that he wasn't. So far, this is an 8-1 vote. There's only one person that's against the hearings, and that E.
Well,
So
answer this question for me,
we'll
Rich.
see we'll see when you say the next council meeting was February the 14th, Valentine's Day.
Nah, man, it's the first. I thought February 1st, Rich.
That's not going to be the first council meeting. That may be a committee meeting.
Oh, that mean, well, I don't know the first council meeting. I know they haven't
Yeah,
that
the
meet
first
that.
council meeting is the second Tuesday. I mean the second Monday of the month.
If it's the second Monday, hold on, let me check the calendar. I can tell you what that is. If it's the second Monday of the month, right? You said I'm gonna go right to February. You said the second Monday. Well, the second Monday would be the seventh.
You
No,
sure
I mean the second month. No, the
it'll be the
second Monday would be the
14th?
14th. You right, 14th.
It'll be the 14th.
Oh wow, Valentine's Day. Ooh, the Valentine's Day massacre, huh?
That's why I'll be having so many Flint voices because my original Flint voice was to be on the first and the third because of the council meeting being on the second, but
Right,
that first Monday is coming so late in the month now.
right.
So
Oh,
it ain't like it's gonna be the first Monday, then the first Saturday, and then the second Monday. You see what I'm saying? It ain't like that.
no, no
It's
doubt.
like the first Saturday, then the first Monday.
What up, Shawty Shar? Shawty Shar said, "What up, Rich?"
Hey, what up, Shorty? So how you been doing, young man?
We just trying to. Well, my thing is this, Rich. If you say they can get there, but my thing, this what I was going to ask. I almost lost my train of thought. Was what ward? What ward is Councilwoman Eva in? Eva Worthy in?
She in the ninth ward.
Okay, the ninth ward. Did she say she didn't see it was what she didn't see
She
nothing wrong with
said
the
she said it
contract?
was a waste of time. It was a waste of money. She just totally against it.
But hold up, she said it was a waste of time and money, right?
Yep.
But how did the other council people fire council?
Somebody told her, "Oh, it's a waste of time. It's a
No,
waste of
no,
money." But the administration got two attorneys not to come.
no. This what I'm saying. How did the fifth ward and the sixth ward and the eighth ward knew they was picking up recycle and trash in the same truck?
Man, I think Jerry Winfrey Carter had somebody that been watching them for weeks do it.
No,
I
this what
think
I'm
I think Pfeiffer witnessed it with his own eyes.
right. So this was my question: how did the councilwoman Eva Worthington know about this?
She might have knew. You gotta remember when you are headstrong on being a distractor, when you are headstrong on misleading the people, you can know what's going on and don't care and still gonna put your her opinion of it is she do not want those here. If y'all don't chill out, I'm gonna put y'all on trial.
Listen, if you ain't did no wrong, it should be nothing you should be worried about. You feel what I'm saying, Rich?
Like I said, when we first when they had the first hearings, when that lady came up there and said that damaging, she said some damaging stuff. She said some damaging stuff. Um, if you ain't got nothing to hide, come inside. Cause remember that before that hearing, everything was done through that weak system that they got a terrible system.
Right.
That media system sucks, and it's been sucking for years. It ain't just start.
Well, then let's get back to your baby on this one. What about them?
Okay,
Not to lose track of the garbage contract. 'Cause like you said, we got to wait till February
we
14th.
gotta wait. We gotta wait to see. We gotta wait to see who gonna move. Cause like I said, it's and I was talking to a city worker today about those houses because I know you're gonna bring them up.
Right. That's what I. That was going to be my next question. Was
And what he told me is, and then this is amazing. Most of Flint don't know what's going on with this city council. They don't know what's going on with these houses. They've been misled into thinking that uh, the administration want to keep all the houses and they want to put people in them. They want to get the houses away and run as far from this as they can.
right.
And um, and let me say this:
Go ahead.
when it comes to these houses, why can the commissioners allegedly? I gotta keep saying allegedly
Yes.
because
Please say allegedly.
didn't one of them. Again, ain't no commissioner told me this. But if they allegedly said that Flint has their own money, why can't Flint say, y'all got some money, y'all help us? Because every time I listen to the county, they always taking money out of the city of Flint. Um, they already got their Ignite program. I hear Eric Mays talking about giving the Ignite program some money. Use some county funds to fund that. That's a county project. Yeah, it's in the first ward. But what is the county doing to fund City of Flint programs? What kind of programs do the City of Flint have that the county is supporting? Why do Flint have to support the county and the county ain't supporting the City of Flint? That's how I feel about that.
Well, that
But
that
yeah,
you
for all you people out there that say I'm a Eric Mason this and all, I'm all with Eric and all that stuff. I don't agree with him all the time, and that's something I don't agree with him on. I feel that the county should be doing more for the city of Flint with their funding than they're doing, and
not
it's a shame that the county want to take our houses and then take our budget
right.
and they don't tear down no houses.
But this my thing. But this my thing with some of the Neely supporters. They go hard up with they go hard with the Weaver supporters. But at least Weaver supporters will admit things she did good, things she did bad. Neely supporters don't want to admit nothing he did wrong. They go make excuses. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know, I didn't study Weaver administration like that to tell you what she did bad. All I know is what was being said. But I seen the good that she did. You know what I'm saying? But I actually watching this Needley administration, man. Like even with that accounting firm that came back, what did Eva Worthing say about that?
Man, but we gotta listen to the key words from that accounting firm.
Right,
It ain't about how bad of a job that you do. It's about the accuracy. It ain't about how bad you put your money in these situations. It's about accuracy. And then they had a lot of flaws, and either Eva got on them like, "Damn, y'all had this problem last year." A lot of that stuff was carried over. They didn't have too many new problems. Most of their problems was carried over. But
But that's
previous
what,
had the what was the previous year,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. See how
and
even
even checked them on the fact that like damn this that happened 3 years in a row. You had certain problems for every budget you put up, and you had the same problem. You ain't corrected it yet.
yeah, that's
So
why I think a lot of them don't want to. A lot of them, far as Eva, probably Quincy and Liddell, allegedly. I don't know how they're gonna vote. I'm just saying you have some people because just look how they had to deal with them. That's what I did like this with Judy Priestley because look what Judy Priestley said about it. Who was gonna say something? Was Quincy gonna go back and check?
Julie Priestley shocked the heck out of me
Talk
when she
about it.
came up and told me about how she good with those. I want Julie Priestley on my team. She can handle them books.
Maybe you need to get her on the show and y'all can talk
Man,
about
I
that.
want her to call me.
You know, maybe we could bring her on because then you say she was an accountant.
Man, she know dollars.
Hey, you know what, Rich? We need. You know what, man? Before we go off air, man. I'm gonna holler at you about something because I don't want, like they say, we can't give up everything away. But I'm gonna give you a holler. But we do need to get
Yeah,
her on here. But that's what I'm saying. Now they would have been like, you know, for your own council people to tell you this. I feel like he playing. I could be wrong for him to even try to do that. Like I said, Quincy came up with something. Quincy hit him with that. You look like y'all cherry picking. You already had this together before the compliance firm came. That's what I'm saying. That's not being truth and being transparent and being. I ain't gonna say truth. It's not being transparent because there's no way Tanya Burns and him, her being the fi-. How
I
do you
think
feel like the relationship that the administration got with the finance chair?
terrible, but it's finna change. Did you listen to that last meeting? Did you hear how Eric was talking to the auditor?
I was
It's
watching
finna
some of
change.
it.
It's finna change. It's finna change. It's some things that her being financial chair and Eric Mays being president that they just can't surpass.
I
And it
mean,
and I would welcome their help, man. That budget is terrible. You killing us.
I,
Financially killing us.
I think what I believe is he can't keep. I don't think this administration can keep thumb in his nose at that council like that because eventually 5 votes or 6 votes gonna come back and hunt the mayor. I think if he, you know what I'm saying, especially if he trying to win his reelection, be more transparent. But see, I doubt he would do that. But I don't. I'm not
Man,
saying it
he done
ain't in
bought
him.
non-transparent himself out of office. I hate to say it but it's true. He done bought non-trans. But then again, like I said, you don't know how many favors he done for. You don't know how many people owe him. You don't know how many people don't care.
Right. Thanks for coming back, Bada. Bada says she back. Yeah, I'm with you with that. I'm just saying, eventually, he, you know, I just think you, you know what I'm saying. I just think he could have. He said he preached on being the most transparent and the open one, and this one is. I'm telling you, this administration coming off like death row records.
You gotta realize something that from a person speaking as a true politician or a person speaking as straight from their heart. He
Right.
speaks from a politician, from a true politician standpoint. He is always going to tell you what you want to hear. That would make saying negative things about him so hard because if if all a person just let's just take for example,
Come on with it.
if 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 the only thing that people pay attention to about the city of Flint is the Sam Riddle show for those 30 minutes on Friday, they
Right.
got a total different view from me and you.
Hmm.
A total different. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
They think that they can go to come to Flint and put they cup under because they only fooling people that don't live in Flint. The people in Flint that they're fooling is just don't want to recognize. Like I didn't want to recognize that we're splitting half. It's still people out there that just don't want to acknowledge that Karen Weaver was a better mayor. They just don't want to do it. And the reason why I say Karen Weaver was a better mayor
Explain it.
was because when she got in office, there was a $15 million deficit, and we was under emergency management. When she left office, we had a $24 million surplus, and we were no longer under emergency management. So all of the mistakes or whatever along the way along, the bottom line is the bottom line. She went from a negative 15 to a plus 24. This guy has went from a plus 24 back to a negative 17. So it's obvious that when I say that she was a better mayor than him, and those are what I'm basing my facts on. I'm not basing my facts on who deal with who or who support who or who got this attack team and who don't have an attack team. None of
Right.
that. The bottom line of it is one of them went from a negative 15 to a plus 24, and one of them went from a plus 24 to a negative 17. Who you gonna say did the better job?
I mean, you have
It's
to admit it.
obvious.
No, you have to admit it that because you got to look. She came with a water crisis. I'm not gonna say hers wasn't better because she was fighting with the state. I think she laid it out for him where he could have been. He could have went down as one of the the. He could have went down as a good mayor of Flint because she set everything up for him. You know what I'm saying? Now I agree with you. Cause now this Bada, who is a resident of Flint, and you is too. And I was a former one. I'm a former one. But what Bada just said, she said, and this coming from a resident, he never tells me what I want to hear. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? And like Bada just said, the budget tells residents a lot. I feel like, if she laid it open for him, and all he had to do was go on and carry what she started. But to me, it's just like he just somewhere he went off what he said. And I get what you saying. He a politician. You know what I'm saying? And look, Shotty Shaw said Mayor Weaver was an awesome mayor. No, and I agree with you, Shotty Shaw, because I damn sure was in Flint when she was the mayor. I was just in there, nearly the beginning of his. It's just, my thing is this, it's no clean water. And I do true honestly believe this. Weaver wouldn't have went for that deal as far as that water settlement.
She
I believe
didn't
she,
go for the deal. She
huh?
didn't go for it. She didn't go for the deal. But may
That's
I
what I'm saying.
also add, she
Go
didn't
ahead.
demand billions. She didn't go for the deal. That's a plus. She didn't demand billions. That's a minus.
No, we just sticking to the fact. She didn't push,
Yeah,
but
that's the facts.
yeah,
That's the
we she,
fact.
you know what I'm saying. And I just think with Neely, man, some of them moves that he made, it was not right, and he can't say now it's the sword. It wasn't the floor. It wasn't the ceiling. No, that was the floor. After it was all
He
said
was
and
talking about
done.
a doghouse when he was saying that.
Yeah, but I mean, but now, even with him saying that, look how it's coming out to him. But a lot of people then got caught up with that, man. Even like you say, some of the people that would, something like you could say with Eric. Eric was like you said with the church, they was trying to sign people up, telling them to opt in because allegedly, 'cause I don't want us to get sued. We have nothing to be getting sued. Allegedly, man, they didn't get the right information, man,
They
to
wasn't
what
asked.
to do.
They wasn't. It was. They get you caught in the hoopla. You get caught up in how bad you treated your big speeches and all that,
Right,
and you forget to ask the question: what are
right.
y'all fighting to bring us?
No
See,
doubt.
they should have told us from day one when they had us signing up that we're only going to settle for 600 million.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. She didn't go for that. She didn't go
She
for it.
didn't.
You
She
you
didn't go
got you know
for it.
what I'm saying? Neely, with that council that he had, the majority who voted for that. Like you got some people, I think that's what even Maurice when he seen it. He went for that vote. You got to be
Maurice talking
real.
about driving around in new cars and all that. You can't do that with six
But he
hundred
got,
million.
but that goes back to what Brother
You gotta.
Jaleel. But that goes, not to cut you off. That goes back to what Brother Jaleel said. How you gonna change Satan's system? Because I feel like so many things he could have did with them 600 houses, just like how Brother D came on and say how we could have helped the youth. We could have helped the youth with them 600 houses and get summer jobs back.
Oh, I already got a plan for that.
Yeah.
I
No,
got a
I'm just
plan.
saying. I'm
I
saying
got
these
I
some
got
things.
boo I got buku plans for them. Say, I
No,
give me $1 million. I'll do something with all. You give me $1 million to set
and,
up to write plans on getting those houses in the relatives' hand. And
and
really, I'm just asking for $1 million because y'all gave that firm $1 million. To
no,
be
no
honest,
doubt. And I
you
and I
know,
see Bada said he is hurting Flint, but this was Shardy Shard just said that previous city council messed up when they voted not to fight against that water settlement. Yes, they did. How you feel about that? That previous council that did that. The
man, I
Cape
always
Fields.
been
Now to
I've
hear me
been.
out, the Cape Fields, Alan Griggs, Maurice Davis, what Herb
I think
Winfrey.
Herb Winfrey.
Who was that fifth vote, brother?
Did you say Eva Worthy
I did
and
Eva
Santino
Worthy.
and
Oh,
Santino
Santino.
Guerrero?
That's what I forgot. Santino. Go ahead and give us some more info, brother, into that.
Well, y'all already know where I stand from. I well, soon as that number, this is real talk. Soon as I seen that 600 million before the 41 was added in and all the other conversations, as soon as I seen that 600 million, I was like, opt out, opt out, opt out. That's not enough money. We should be getting billions. Opt out. You gotta remember, I heard Martin Luther King III say that we should be asking for $6 billion. $600 million is way short of $6 billion. And that's why I say we didn't stand up as a unit because, yeah, the Weaver administration did turn down that 600 million, but they didn't demand 6 billion. And they didn't demand that we opt out. That's my whole thing of it is that our leaders, and then like me, my views on Facebook went from I would get 1,000 views in like an hour to no, they ain't letting people see my podcast. You know what I'm saying? I went from a hero to the zero just by saying opt out. Real talk.
I believe.
I'm gonna tell you another person that started struggling as far as Facebook views and stuff too. Arthur Woodson. Yeah, he's still. I'm like you go on his page, you see him get up to what 200, 400. Arthur used to be reaching 200 and 400 in like 5 minutes. You see what I'm saying? Now he got to work to get 1,000 views. Now I don't even think I don't even fight for it. I'm like, it ain't you ain't
Wow.
you know what I'm saying? So uh I've been I've been very very non-agreeing with our stances with this. Uh I supported every time that we went before Judge Levy. I requested that people would write letters, and I supported people that went up to the microphone and speak, but I never got off of my stance that we should have opted out. And
So,
then
hold up, Richard. Basically, what you saying, they've been trying to shut Art down and you down.
ain't no try. They've been very successful. Just imagine, because you gotta remember, I was shut down way before I even put my word in that I was running for office. Just imagine if I could have used all that momentum, even as a write-in during that campaign, that every video that I made over 1,000 people see. Just imagine that. Just imagine what kind of difference that would have made in this election. So it's but the main thing of it is, Mick, I just try to tell people what they wouldn't know if I didn't say it. If I didn't say it, you would never know that Martin Luther King III said y'all should be demanding $6 billion from the state and $6 trillion from the federal government. You never would have heard it. Um,
My thing is this, Rich. My thing is this. Do Neely people understand that? Like that settlement that he went with all them people that went with that man, that wasn't a good deal. I'm just saying, do they understand that?
I want to see what they say when they receive their checks because most of them are in this lawsuit also. This lawsuit got people that's on that side, people that's on the other side, and people that's in the middle, and people that don't have nothing to do with the middle or either side. So we got a lot of we. It's gonna be a lot of people that have a lot of questions. But I told them all from the beginning that no matter where you are in this lawsuit, no matter what category you fall under, you're gonna be shortchanged. You can't help it. They only giving you 600 million. Just think about this. When they said that they was had $1 million to help people repair their homes, and they was giving $20,000. 20,000 into a million is 50. That means 50 homeowners was able to get $20,000. It's way more than 50 people that own homes in the city of Flint. See what I'm saying? So if you say just say 600 million, each million you got 50 people. So you got 600 times 50. How many people is that would get 30,000?
It don't matter. Rich, I'm cooking and trying to get it together. Hold on.
What we gonna get like 1,000? We gonna get like 1,000 and some people that would get 20,000. We got way more than 1,000 residents in the city of Flint. Way more. See what I'm saying, Mick?
I agree. I agree with
It
you.
sound stuff sounds good on paper, but when you get to just like they say, 80% of the money is going towards the children. And then you get to divide how many kids that is going into that 80,000, then you're gonna realize that really ain't nothing. What about the ones who kids are maybe they was 1 years old when this all started?
I
So
agree
that
with you, Rich. It was a bad deal, and I feel like he gonna fall up under that when people come back and look at it. That's gonna be up
man,
under
that
his
deal
watch.
they gonna twist that like the Bible, man. They gonna use that to hurt some of everybody campaign this summer. Watch and see. That's gonna come back to bite everybody running for office except me. It's gonna come back because it's the fact of who stood silent when Eric Mays served Rick Snyder. All that's coming back. Uh, who stood up
But
when they stood up
Rich,
when
answer
it
this
came?
question though. Do you really think people was gonna really vote for that for him to subpoena the governor? Don't you know the governor had way more
He
power than
did
the
it.
city?
It was done. All we had to do was him keep his composure and the city council to keep moving forward the same way that they got to move forward with these garbage contracts and these hearings. It's the same situation.
Rich, I'm gonna send you that podcast that showed you why it was covered up. Do you understand Republicans was helped by Democrats to cover this up, this water thing? I'm just saying
I've
maybe
been
they thought,
saying it.
but the only thing I'm saying maybe they thought they could, like Brother Jaleel said. Do you think Satan you can change Satan's system?
That's what I say about everything that we fighting for. If they didn't want it to be this way, we wouldn't have to fight. Just like the prison system. If they wanted it to be right, we wouldn't have to fight. It would be right. And I hate to change the subject, man, but something happened to me yesterday. I witnessed something yesterday. I witnessed, I witnessed 5 state troopers geared up, ram somebody's house that was innocent. The homeowner was innocent. Past visitors brought trouble to that man's house. The problem I have, even though it seemed like the problem I had was them going into his man's house when he wasn't home. The problem I had was them going through all of this and not one police officer, Flint police officer there, not one Genesee County. At least give us the sheriff's department. Give us some kind of representation before you kick in our door. Especially when you kicking in the door of somebody that happened to have a bad visit
No,
in
I'm
the
with you
past.
with that.
Not
But
not current. That like I said, the house was empty when they kicked the door in.
but
Like on the
brother,
video when I showed it up, people were talking about they're coming out the house with nothing. Yeah, they're coming out the house with nothing because the house has nothing to do with what they're looking for.
oh, so they went to the wrong house?
No, they went to the right wrong house. What I mean by that,
Explain.
uh, a previous visitor had visited that house and they was arrested out coming out of that house. Maybe they had more people coming out of the house. That's why you hear me saying, if y'all are bad people, don't go over good people's house. Don't bring the police to good people's house. That's why you heard me say that in that video. Um, so apparently, like I said, if you would talk to Flint police and stuff, they would have told you, hey, no, man, the guy y'all looking for, you don't live there, you don't be there. That's you know what I'm saying? They wouldn't have went over
Understand?
there and knocked my man's door in like that. They would have went to where the actual person that they were looking at probably stayed. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. But to the bad people that's running these streets, stop bringing that stuff to good people house. You
But the,
know,
but them people still supposed to be. I mean, what the police still supposed to be able to respect how they come to your house because they only hit ours like that. They don't hit.
man, when they get and I don't even know if they had a arrest warrant or anything. But when they get warned, they do what they do when they get warned. So we got to be, like I said, we got to be careful where we getting people to put warrants at too. Now, when they straight up wrong, they straight up wrong. I'm gonna say when they straight up wrong. The only thing that I can know for sure that was wrong with that scene was no visibility, no communication with the Flint Police Department or our Sheriff's Department. And that's clear as fact, just like that budget I was talking about, because all you seen was state cars. And they came in there ready to kill. Armored, I mean, body down, good assault. They wasn't finna play. If anything wouldn't have gone their way, if you would have said the wrong thing, they wasn't finna play.
I mean, maybe the situation might have called, but that's why I still feel like with this. That's why I say with this mayor, he could have gave man up some financial support. I don't know
I
what he
think
have
he
or haven't
did.
did, but what
I
they
think he
could.
did.
What he could have gave something to brother Dewan and what brother Darius doing to get them support. He should try to get people from the neighborhoods to help. You know what I'm saying? And not all the time when we can bring the police in because when they come, they not BSing, and I understand. So maybe we need to get some of these outside. I mean, with these groups in Flint, like the Man Up. You know what I'm saying? With brother Dewan, with the Black Lives Matter, what they trying to get they program off the floor. I should know more about it. I don't know how I'm forgetting about it. The name of it, the Urban Peace. Is it
And
Urban
they got
Peace?
the visionary. The one got the visionary.
Yeah, no, but I forgot what it was because it's there. It's right. I can't think of it, but anyway, you got different ones where we can You know, like some of these police stations are closed. That these mini stations that they put, you know, little mini stations they put, them probably could have been the headquarters for Man Up or all these different other groups
Well,
that could.
they letting man up do their little they classes down in the dorm now at the
No,
city
what I'm
hall.
saying though, but why Man Up ain't got that probably that one mini station right there on ML King. You know what I'm saying
We
on
need to
Flint Park and
we
ML
need to
King.
ask
Yeah, right there.
we need to ask the reach that when he talking about something else. We need
Yeah,
to
no, but
whenever he put a post out talking about we eating chicken wings, we need to go on his thing and ask why you ain't trying to fight to get a post to put man up in
no, I
to
mean
get a
this
good man.
ain't no, brother. This ain't for us to go back and forth. I'm just saying, but these some of the
I'm just
things.
being
No,
sarcastic, man.
no, I got you. Because I mean, you know how they might take that little 30-second sound bite and have that like
It is
really
what it
going.
is.
Yeah, I mean,
It is what
I
it
ain't.
is. You
I
know
mean,
me. I'm never gonna bite my tongue, and I'm never gonna say I didn't say something when I said it. I said it, and I say it again.
yeah. No, I'm just saying, but like some of these things, we can do these interventions with the community. You know what I'm saying? Because really, ain't too many people gonna talk to the police, man. And
Honestly, I think whatever Jaleel and the Reese is doing
right,
because of the current situation we have because of this COVID,
right,
uh, the what I talked about earlier, the lack of support from other groups and other people that call themselves, because really what Derice and Jaleel is probably call themselves as mentors.
right.
You gotta remember you just started a female mentor program at Burston, and they've been had a mentor program at Burston, but those two programs have nothing to do with each other.
No doubt.
You don't see the people that Burston supporting Man Up. You don't see the people that Man Up supporting what's going on at Burston. Just
Hmm.
keeping it real.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah,
And
you
then
have
you
more
got to
insight
look at
on that.
then you got to look at your other. You got a new phase now. You got your Vanguard Ministries headed up by Roddy Porter.
Right,
So hopefully you can start seeing different people. Because I'm going to go to Roddy Porter's events. I'm going to go to Man Up events. And I already had Brian Nolan on there on one of my first podcasts that I did. I paid for that. I paid somebody to let BB talk about that mentoring program that they had down in Berkeley.
no, I'm
I
saying,
spent money. I
mm,
spent money for that.
no, I'm saying they supposed, but that's some of the things they can come up with now. Cause like I get them when they all say they want a sports complex with the little boys. You know they can play sports. But let's
Man,
get, but that's cool. But let's open up some of these learning centers, man, where we can educate our kids because they already out a lot from the COVID. But now we open some of them old schools
I
up.
don't
I'm pretty sure it's some teachers because our kids.
I don't like all these program people talking about open up centers. I don't like it. I'm not dissing what's going on at Burston. I'm not dissing what's going on at the Broom Center, but I'm stating a fact. It's all programs. There's no open is not a part of their curriculum. Open ain't there. It's either join one of our programs or don't come in our building.
I mean, I get that, but I'm saying I'm cool with all these gyms and these basketball. But
I'm
what's
not.
wrong? But no,
I'm
I'm
not.
just saying. No, I'm with you with that. But what I'm saying is, we got so many of them. I would want to hear where's a 250, a $250,000 learning center, right, where you can have computers in there, where you can
A
have
real learning center.
right, where you can have an after school program where people will want to come and their kids can learn. You know what I'm saying? We can give them real history and not just history. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be we don't know our own history. That's crazy when I be hearing we have to go to college to take a Black history class. And really
And they
all
finna
that is,
cut that out. At the
and,
University of Michigan Flint, they finna get rid of the African American study.
but that's why we should have these learning centers here, like the old Jefferson. I ain't gonna just say Jefferson, just say Bunch School right
Man,
there
I would
on
love to do something
MLK.
with Bryant.
Oh, that's
We
what
can
I'm
do
saying.
miracles with Brian,
That's what
and
I'm
you
saying.
got all that land over there to work off of.
But that's what I'm saying. What's wrong with opening up a learning center for the kids of Flint, the youth? If you want to change the mind state, we got to start with them when they're young. Why not open up? All they know is all like the new high school, far as the ones in Flint. They don't have home ec. They don't have auto mechanics. They don't have tool and die. They don't have music. That's crazy. You took all these elective arts up out of the Flint schools, and you expected the parents to keep their kids. They're like, I'm frustrated with really how the mayor. You just all of a sudden you condemn these buildings. You didn't know they
That
was
was sad.
condemned your first year. You didn't know they was condemned your second
That
year.
was
But
sad.
your third year, because it's election season, now you condemn it. That's what I'm like. I'm baffled by it. Like,
That's
you know what
sad.
I'm saying? And they got money, but is it that you trying to give the school away? Is you trying to give it to the Mott Foundation where they can control it?
Um,
I'm just asking. That's just my personal
man,
opinion.
Betsy DeVoe is bagging who's ever running against Governor Whitmer. Betsy DeVoe, from my understanding, from the stuff that I've been, even while I was living in Florida, I was seeing the homeschool. When I was living in Florida, it was the homeschool. It was everybody. They were taking their kids out of public schools and homeschooling them. But you gotta remember, in Florida, their schools are so huge that they have a whole ninth grade. All their high schools have a ninth grade center. So all ninth graders go to one school and then they move up to the high school. They got like uh I think Orange County. I stayed in Orange County.
Hmm.
All their high schools graduate between 900 and 1,000 students a year. So they could afford to homeschool it. But remember, I said homeschooling. I didn't say charter school.
Right.
Then you come down to Flint, and our areas like Flint, and they're forcing charter schools on people.
No, I mean, but it's there by design. I seen somewhere too when they were showing Betsy DeVoe like small because they destroying the public school system. But
But
that's
yeah,
really. But I'm just saying if we had if we had some of these open back up, like get some of these schools, I'm pretty sure a lot of these teachers that we got that's young, energetic. I ain't talking about those that black ones, the black that wouldn't mind. Do you understand the different things you can open up a kid to when you can offer these different courses? You know what I'm saying? Starting them out early. You know what I'm saying? Like different religions. Well, we just ain't going with the
you
normal one. I
gotta have the
mean,
will
you
before
can
you can break the way.
right,
You
because
gotta
you're supposed to have history classes, man. All this could be taught through these schools to re-educate our own. Then when you send them back into to the slave master school, they will know how to deal. They won't be getting so caught up. That's what I do believe in, that our kids should go to black colleges. Because when you send a kid to really a college where everybody going there, it's rough. You don't want your kid identity to get lost. We send them out there, they come back here and be sellouts when they get in these positions. You know, if you
man,
know, we
because
gotta
because believe me, man, I studied criminal justice,
right,
and my thing was I wanted to get a halfway house and only have youth offenders because
right,
I wanted to help and talk to the youth offenders before they became adults and got themselves in a situation where they could be doing major time.
right,
So the best they told me was, and I got good grades. I had far as criminal justice classes, far as
right,
only had trouble with one of them, and And that class was where I learned the most at. It's just that everything that we were studying wasn't on the text. I'm just being honest.
Nah, I feel you. What you think
I'm
about?
like I told the professor, I said, man, look, I ain't never learned so much and got such a bad grade in all my life. You
Not the,
know what I'm saying? You know, I'm just being real. I'm like, man, it was dog. We had cassette tapes back then. I'm riding around in Deuce and a quarter bumping political science
hey, no, I got a
and
question.
failing.
It's a question in there. I get it because Rich, you probably weren't all the way ready to handle that. But Rich, this was Shadi Shar said. He said, "I wish there was a way to get an HBCU to come up here to Flint. The Baker campus would be the perfect spot for a new HBCU to move to Flint. I guess basically move to Flint."
Oh my God. Oh
But
my
we,
God, Shadi, I love you. I love you. I love you. But you know what, man? Let's put it over there where that Brown funeral home used to be. Let's put something like that over there where that Brown funeral home used to be at. Let's
nah,
go move.
but Baker College would be more suited for it though. Rich, it's right there. It's
Yeah, it's
already
already
set
there and
up.
already ready. I'm just saying that. Well, maybe we could have just like Michigan have extended campuses. Maybe we can throw a piece of that campus over there too.
Oh, I wouldn't
I'm not,
mind.
I'm just being by everybody else is biased. You know, people talking about personal experiences. So
Yeah.
my personal thing is I would want it over there. But Sade, you got a great idea there. I would support it. I would support it. But then I would be, be throwing my little elbows in jail trying to get something like that over there and at that spot over there.
No, we
Where that
could, cause
brown food.
I could listen, man. I would love to have a learning
Yo,
center. Like I
learning
said,
center over there.
yeah, but we can start small. I would love to have a learning center, just like I say with Bunch School, right there on ML King. That's in the third ward. It's on the north side. I would love for it to be there, man. Then you can have, you know what I'm saying, maybe one of the NOI teachers there. You can have, teaching a class. We can have somebody because I don't know how many blacks in Flint to teach. Well, you know what, Mother Deloney, because I know she teaches on black
Man,
history.
we got that. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but
Go ahead.
we got that African American studies at the University of Michigan Flint. We can convert all of that. We can work with them. Shoot, if they get rid of that department, we can hire that whole department to work in that at the HBC that's gonna take over at Baker. But we gotta but Sade, we gotta get the wheels in motion. Because once again, if they wanted it, we wouldn't have to be talking about it. They would be about it. They don't want it.
Well,
So
maybe you need to get you
we
maybe.
gotta make the movement to make that happen. And I'm down with you, Shardy. I'm down with you.
Well, maybe you need a more okay. Shadi said that former Brown funeral home spot would be a great location for the building of a new HBCU there as well. I, hey, Shadi said he agreed with you with that being over there.
But I
But
agree with
see,
him too, because with that building, we ain't got to build.
right. But what you'll need though, Rich, you would need a mayor that would be stumped down that would want to go ahead and do that. You see, you got to have a mayor and a
But you
council.
wait a minute, hold
Right.
on. You can have a state rep that want to do that. That could be a that a state rep can step up and say that. Them county commissioners can step up and say that. It ain't just you. See, that's what we got to stop doing. We got to stop.
Hold on,
We
Rich.
got
Let
to
me get
stop
this
blaming
straight.
everything on the administration. We got other people
No,
that
no,
out
no,
here
no, no,
doing it
no,
too.
no. Hear me out with this. What I'm saying, I know the mayor wouldn't own it. No, I'm just saying, if you got a progressive mayor that'll get the push out there, he can probably go find, like you say, the state rep. They can find. He probably can find some philanthropists that might want to get what people in Flint do. That's what I'm talking about. I know the mayor can't do it. I'm just saying, you want a progressive. We need more. Not progressive. We just need people who want to get out there who wouldn't mind bringing.
Community concerns.
Right. That's what I'm saying. We need some people that with money behind them. It could be the athletes that got the money that if they wanted to put into that and do that. I'm not caring. I'm just saying, if you really care about the kids of Flint, yeah, right. See that Shadi Shah said that's what Flint has been lacking for years. Visionary, and progressive leadership. And that's all I'm saying. If you really care about the kids, build these learning centers to help the kids if you already know. Build these learning centers. Put these learning centers, and you don't have to put them in every ward. You just need to put them in your wards that where the people are lacking with some of the worst education. That's where you need to put them at. You know what I'm saying? You put them in there, you can start changing the kids now.
Man, you could take 30 of those houses and put a you can take 27 of those houses and put an average of three of them in each ward and turn them into learning centers.
Right,
You can cause see that's what we gotta do. We gotta bring neighborhood love back. We gotta bring
right,
neighborhood peaceful neighborhood rivalries back together. When I
right,
was growing up, we were like I said before, Flint is a very competitive city. If you game bang, it's very competitive. If you play basketball, it's very competitive.
right.
If you play football, you're very competitive. Hell, just playing all curve, very competitive. We're natural. We just are born. We're born athletic. We're born smart, and we're born competitive. That's just
Um,
a part of being born and raised in the city of Flint. It's just you gotta get it's there. But it's just a lot of people use their God given talents in the wrong way. But Flint is the most talented city I have ever been in. And I have been in Las Vegas. I have been in Atlanta. I have been in New York. Yes, I have been in New York. And yes, they can dribble that ball damn near as good as we could. Probably can beat us dribbling, but they can't put it in the hole the way we do. Never could, never will.
this was Shadi Shah just said. He said the crazy thing is none of the other two colleges here in Flint have athletic department. And that's sad. We've had colleges here for both 65 years and over 100 years.
Well, the universe now Baker maybe should have branched out, got something when they was here, but the U of M got their hands tied
Yeah,
because of their association with the U of M Ann Arbor.
right.
I
So
don't
that was
know. I don't know if U of M have any other basketball facilities. I mean, far as national teams or whatever, collegiate teams besides that Ann Arbor one.
well they
But
had
they
to
do have branches all over the state too, though.
remember
Flint
they
ain't
had
the
to
only branch of University of Michigan Flint.
right, remember they had but I don't think he thinking of talking about I'm thinking he talking about the Detroit College of Business. Remember they had DCB right there on Pasadena.
No facilities for sports.
Yeah, they had that then they had Davenport up here.
No facilities for sports.
Okay, only ones I think have facilities was Mott.
My community college.
Yeah, I think Mott was the only one.
And Jordan had what did Jordan have a basketball team back in the day?
I know they had a gym.
Oh, we used that gym, boy. Man, them beautiful memories.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying,
Do
but those
we
some things.
listen? Cause just now, wait a minute. How many pro basketball players do we have that live in the city of Flint?
I don't know. Most of them probably don't stay in Flint. Rich. The object
No,
is
no,
when
no, no, no. That comes from remember, Glenn them didn't stay in Flint either once they turned pro. But I'm just thinking, we had at one time we had Glenn Rice, Jeff Greer, and Roy Marble in the NBA. And
nope,
we used to,
you forgot Carl Banks,
no. I'm
NFL.
talking
But
about.
Carl Banks
I'm,
was from
I'm just
Beecher.
talking about what for that pro am league at Jordan College.
No doubt.
Right now we got Monte Morris, we got Bridges, we got that redhead
How about Kyle Kuzma?
Kyle Kuzma, um, and we got multiple people that's playing overseas and doing their own thing. We got way, in other words, we got way more professional basketball players today
But
than
see,
we
this the
had.
but this the thing, Rich.
I
well,
want to
see,
bring
I,
back the
I was
pro.
trying to read what Shotty shot, but this what I was trying to lose my train of thought. This what brother Jaleel and I go back to it. What he's saying, we got too many. Really, if our athletes was thought like if they was really was as people call it woke, you would see them coming back to their communities and doing things like building things. But see what it is, it's like, and I get it. Everybody when they get it, it's called you're gonna get your family out of this situation. But when they not really taught and broke, and they still going by the American dream. You get you some money, you go get you a big house, you move out to what's the name. And they don't. We not taught to build back up our own communities. You know what I'm saying? That's why you're not.
And
I'm not just saying the ones from here. That's why you see a lot of them NBAs was a study. When them players retire from the NBA after 4 years, they be broke because a lot of them ain't been taught how to do it their money. You see a lot of them just be blowing that money. That's even go to the rappers. You know what I'm saying? You get some who want to have a house bigger than Bill Gates' thumb, and they ain't got much as money as them. You know what I'm saying? They get accustomed because you getting tricked. America is like it's a big movie. They trick you into thinking you need 30 cars. You got to have a brand new Bentley every year. You know what I'm saying? They trick you in. You gotta have a house over here, a house over there. You know what I'm saying? You'll get tricked into doing things. Even somebody you just making money, but it's like you will get so far up, you will forget where you came from when you supposed to really be helping your community. And what you really become is like them. You become like really a bloodsucker. I mean, you come in and do the same thing how they use the community. You come back and do the same thing because you
but
build
you know,
things. Go ahead.
but I want to sit back. I want to. But what I was just saying, and that what you saying is true. But what I was saying is, it would be lovely if we can just bring back the pro am to where Monte and them came back and each one of them had their own little basketball teams and they were bringing in other NBA players.
Right.
Man, Flint, man, we used to. It's just so many things that Flint used to have. And now, as far as our athletes and their negative feeling, we
Right.
got to realize this. We got these same sellouts in these people ear first.
No doubt.
So, so remember what I said. Behind every wicked wrong thing that's going on in Flint, there's a
Right.
black activist or a black politician.
Right.
So you got those black activists and those black politicians that get the first chance to influence all of these people. They're not they're not coming and gravitating around me and you. They're coming and I mean, you gotta remember Carissa Shields, she led the Parade of Champions march.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, I look at Rhonda Clark being at the mayor's ball.
I mean, well, yeah. Now but you know
You
what?
see
That
what I'm
goes.
saying? And I'm not saying anything. One of my friends told me I needed to be at the mayor's ball, no
I
matter
mean,
who the mayor
no,
is.
you know what? No, on some aspects of it, you supposed to do, but too, you can't keep playing, getting played like a
No,
fool
we
neither.
you know we gotta
I mean,
and
it'd be
then
different. It would be different if I don't know. Maybe if y'all had a relationship like with me, like I say, as far as me being in the media, yeah, I should be there to reporting about it. I wouldn't say I wasn't supposed to be there like we do supposed to be reporting on these things because we are in the media. You know what I'm saying? We should be biased. I'm just looking at too many. I mean, the little things that I done seen and have did it just make me like, okay, like that Juneteenth. And I get what you're saying. It should have never been two. It should have been one.
never should have been two.
You know,
Never
but
should have been two.
but once again, have you seen any of his people call him out on that? See, when you do things like that, man, when you don't call people out, you really be more. And I've been fought at that too. When you don't tell people, like you call them out, you let them get away, you really be enabling them. And then when you been and got mad, how you been and fell out, it would be when you do want to call them on their mess, but you let them get away with it for too long, that they look at you sideways and be like, "You've been going for what I've been pulling," and I think that's what it really is. It's like it's so many things he just been pulling. I mean, he just been doing it, just make you look like shit. Nobody, the whole community telling you supposed to be W.T. Stevens. That's crazy that you even should. Okay, I ain't letting you get no money in the city. You didn't vote for me. Whatever you feel, you know what I'm saying. With W.T. Stevens was with Weaver. However they say, you know, I hear just like you hear in the street when they things to be coming on. But far as that, like you shouldn't let your pride got into that because they picked Weaver. You already shut them out. You ain't letting them get no contracts in the city. You should have gave them their money. Like some
You,
things like that,
you,
it's like it's crazy that it should be a cry. And that's why I say with Maurice, you should have never went and voted against it when the mayor vetoed it because y'all would have had you could have got that
I
money. But
think
you got
Maurice, I think Maurice voted for that.
the first time I don't think
I,
he did.
I think someone down when Maurice voted to pay them,
They didn't have a six, remember the mayor vetoed it.
and they needed Mister. They some kind of way. I know good. I know Winfrey made a difference in that.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
I don't I don't know,
I
but
could have swore, but I could swear, Rich. I could have swore I thought Maurice was one of the like how he did with Dewan, but I understood it. I didn't think it was right. You know what I'm saying? When you
personal.
call
That was a
yourself
person.
vote,
That was personal. Just like Quincy and Miss Jones, that was personal.
yeah,
Eva and Miss Jones, that was personal. You hear Miss Presley? Presley. She always talking about personal experience.
yeah,
I mean, that's just be real. Hell, if I was gonna be personal, we might well not do none of these podcasts.
right.
But
I
I'm
mean,
thinking about the innocent that's being affected. So
you know,
you just can't take your personal views and judge somebody. You got to look at the whole picture. You got
but
to look
my
at
thing,
everybody that's involved.
but this is my thing. If you got more than one or two people saying you have a nasty attitude, it got to be some truth to it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a big stickler on that. You're not gonna come talking crazy to me and thinking we're gonna be cool. I hate that. I hate when people be all that smartness. We don't have to be like that because you'll get around people you think got money or white people and you'll be respecting them. See, I don't like that type of stuff like that. You can disrespect me, you can disrespect me, but then you'll get around people with money or white people, you'll be, oh, how you doing? Yes and no. I don't like all that. That right
Mm.
there throw me all the way off. And then too, we gotta quit putting people in positions. I don't care if you feel they good or they listen. Respect is everything.
Man, I be hearing people talking about they vote for somebody for the way they dress. Man, I be hearing some conversations that make me like, cause you gotta remember I hang around people that on both sides. I try to help people from both sides. So
And I'm with you with
I
that.
be hearing some crazy. I be like, man, for real?
Right now, I'm with you with that. I'm just tripping off of the whole thing. I'm tripping off of just being honest with you. Is just it's like you say, this whole city is we really divided.
We are, we are.
You know, we really divided, and that's crazy. But what the thing is, how you expect the youth to get it together when they can look at the adults and see them how they into it with each other? I mean, people can come up
Man,
here. I
the
mean, listen, you can't expect the youth when the adults can't get it together. We be sneak dissing each other. You know what I'm saying? We be getting sold out, and they wonder why people is fed up with voting.
I just wish we started with 100 non-voters that are residents of the city of Flint. That they got together and turned that group into 1,000 non registered voters that do not vote. If we can get 1,000 registered voters who do not vote to come together and start talking and making demands and voting, we can change this city. Because most of the people that are non-voters are fed up with the decisions that are made by elected officials. And I can't, like I said before, we gotta realize that Flint is a part of Genesee County, and Genesee County get money to help Flint too. But
Don't
we just
Flint
can't.
don't Flint got representation on Genesee on the county on the
Yeah,
commission?
we got two commissioners. I think
Well,
three.
well, that's sad if they ain't fighting for Flint. I'm just gonna throw that out there. That's sad if they, but I don't
Like
know.
I
That's what I'm
said,
saying. If,
uh,
if they not fighting for Flint, that's sad.
like I said, the rumor had it that the rumor I ain't heard it myself. I haven't heard it that Flint residents were told your city have their own harbor fund.
No, I mean if they did that, that's terrible. That's why Flint is in the bad. They need to probably give Flint some real representation out there. See, we got to get up out of these people who just because they getting a paycheck, they content.
Man, we got
I wish we can get council people that's really fighting for the residents. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm asking for. I don't care, like I say, and I know Quincy in real life, he a good dude. I'm just saying, I feel like he should fight more harder for the residents. Even Liddell Lewis, even Eric May, he can fight harder. You know what I'm saying? Jerry Winfrey Carter, all 1 through 9, I feel like they should fight harder. I just feel like Eva don't be fighting hard enough. I be feeling like
evil fight against the people. She don't want nobody to get none of that harbor fund. She said she told me I was crazy talking about zero balance in the water account. Anything to help the poor. We're not gonna say black. Anything to help the poor in Flint, Michigan, evil worthy is again. I'm not gonna say black because I'm gonna say poor because there's white people that need help with their water bills too. But when it comes to the poor people, Eva Worthy can care less. She is going to vote against you. She is going to
allegedly.
she is going to vote for apartments. She is not going to vote to turn any of these houses over to residents of Flint. She is not finna do anything good for the city of Flint. The only thing good I could ramble up to say good about her was her speaking up saying that the city of Flint trying to pay this accounting with a bachelor's degree, $29,000 a year is ridiculous. And the fact that she brought up that some of this stuff have been rolled over problems for years. But otherwise than that, she get an F as a city councilwoman. She get an F.
Why you think she got it? Why you think a lot of them fired them three? I mean, really, Eva got something about them houses.
I have no idea. I have no idea. They keep lying. They keep saying there ain't nothing in place and something is in place. It's just I don't. That's what I mean. I don't like it when people know the truth and won't admit it.
Well, answer this quick. That's what I'm saying, dude. Do many people see anything wrong with him? What that a firm, accounting firm said they didn't know nothing was in place and it was something in place. Like, do they get anything wrong with
Because
him
that
studying?
accounting firm wasn't informed that it was something in place. They didn't want that accounting firm to know there was nothing in place when it came to those houses. They didn't want them to know. They don't want Flint to have the city of Flint to have those houses. They want to give them the land bank.
But see, but that's what I'm saying. He got to be more truthful because it's twice that he didn't. When that compliance firm said they didn't know nothing about having them ward meetings about it, and now you got the accounting
Well,
firm
I blame
saying,
that on the city council that voted for it because all the city council, y'all, how y'all gonna vote 8-0 to bring this firm in when y'all didn't even sit down and find out that they didn't know nothing about the town hall? And then I plainly spoke at the. I don't feel that they should have hired this firm yet. I feel they should have had those town halls and then thought of because maybe those town halls they're gonna find out that most of the residents don't want that firm. I feel they should have had their town hall, those town halls before they hired that firm.
well, that's what you get when you're doing it your
And
way.
and the firm definitely should not have nothing to do with the conversation that's going to take place. We have our own mind. We have our own ideals. We don't need to be guided. Just
But
like Dale Lewis bringing Miss Cherry up there trying to misguide the public about those 600 houses. We don't need that. Keep those people out the way. Y'all sit down and listen to the people because y'all are already listening to other people lying to y'all. Now listen to the resident.
well, at least Quincy told the truth when he said you already had you picking and choosing what you gonna take care of.
But Quincy knew that before he voted for that firm. Ain't none of that. You know, maybe something happened there. Maybe he got a bad text or something. Maybe something happened that he had one of his little. Quincy is a snap king. He gonna snap.
I
He
don't
ain't
think
he,
I don't
his,
think if he
his
didn't know,
listen.
Rich. Hey, Rich, go ahead and talk for about 2 minutes. I got to
Yeah,
do something.
yeah, okay. Uh, uh, Quincy's snap and don't stop with Eric Mays. Quincy will snap on anybody that say something that Quincy don't like. So maybe Quincy was told something that he didn't like that made him come out and say that. But far as common knowledge, it's common knowledge that they've been having plans for this. No matter how much uneducated they say it, they ready to spend this money. So we just gonna have to wait and see. We just gotta wait and see how this is gonna go. And they can legally spend this money and not help the north side of Flint. They can legally spend this money and not zero balance our water account. They can legally spend this money and help the north side of Flint. They can legally spend this money and zero balance our water account. Will they? Is the question. What will they do? Is the question. What is their plans? Is the question. How much of it do they want to spend on the Flint River? Do they want to spend it all? Is it going to take all of it to do what they want done with it? We don't know. Maybe
What
they
you said?
already got.
They fixing the
Yeah.
Flint River, Rich.
Maybe they gonna. Man, listen. They may have it already wrote to give all of that damn money to community first.
Mm,
Remember, it can't go to nonprofit. They
yeah.
they may have already then lined their people up. That they're gonna help
Well,
you. And maybe something that he wanted, they ain't getting no help. So he exposed them a little bit.
I say this: he got to November because if not, he will be a new mayor in. So he
Man, I
got a
think
lot
that
on his plate.
man, I think that firm spend the whole $99 million by November to by that first Tuesday of November.
Mm,
I think that firm spend that whole 99 million.
I don't think this fight council, like I said, I don't think Judy Priestley gonna let that. They might. I don't think
Man,
I
listen.
damn so know Dennis and Eric and Tanya and well, you know it's gonna be four of them who not just finna let him go. Let him just do that.
What's gonna happen
Talk to me.
is he gonna throw it up there. They gonna vote no. He gonna veto it, and they're not gonna have the 6 votes to overturn his veto. That's what's gonna happen. He's going to
Well,
put it. He's going to put it up there. They're going to deny it, and they're not going to get the 6 votes to overturn his veto.
oh, he do that, and I'm telling you, he ain't gonna dig nothing but a ditch for him.
Maybe. Like I said, he can zero balance everybody water account.
No, hear me out,
He
Rich.
don't have to.
If he,
He is a
Rich,
those instructions are like the Bible.
but
They can
listen
do
to
a
me.
lot of stuff with that money.
He gonna mess around and try to do the wrong bullying. Remember this. I understand he a smart man. He a hell of a politician. I'm not gonna take nothing from him.
He been slipping lately.
But you keep playing, and he gonna mess around. You know what I'm saying? You before you know it, he'll
Mess
get a
around,
six.
not even
He'll
get
get a six.
200 votes in the primary.
Mm,
Because a lot of people smile in your face and will vote against you when it comes. Will go into them polls and be like, "Nah, I'm gonna get you, little red man."
I mean, they can go ahead and
Been,
do it.
probably been by his side for the whole ride, and probably be at his victory party, knowing that they were the first one to their poll to vote against.
I think a lot of his problems gonna come on this. This just me personally, and I get him too. When Dennis Pfeiffer said, "When Eva," that's what I'm saying, man. They was making Dennis Pfeiffer, man. Dennis Pfeiffer was making Eva look silly when he said, "Nah, a waste of money is the administration got 2 lawyers." I get
Man,
it.
even I ain't mean to cut you off. I keep cutting you off. My bad, but
No, don't worry
even
about it, brother. Go ahead.
Eva Worthy, she make herself look bad. Lifer don't gotta say nothing. Hell, we all know that the city got 2 attorneys. We all heard that damaging information that the former employee said. So we ain't. It's all about just like when it came down to the recall. If you're
Right,
going to and me accepting that it's 2 different sides.
right.
That the split is. It all depends on what they going what how they feel.
Yeah,
I mean, you got to remember, you're living in you have elected officials that ignores what clear and factual is.
yeah.
Sheldon Neely was supposed to be recalled. The conversation wasn't about why you didn't do something. It was the fact that you had to do it at this date and you didn't do it on this date. You recall. It should never been a question, a conversation, or none of that. Uh, the charter said you do it on this date. You did it on this date. Recall. Monica Galloway got recalled just because she wasn't in her seat for a vote. Was
However,
you in your seat for the vote? No, I wasn't. You're a recall.
so
Just
they,
that simple.
so the
It
best
wasn't
of what
no.
you
It
saying.
wasn't no. It wasn't no. Why you wasn't in your seat?
So basically, what you saying, they picking and choosing, like Quincy said, they cherry picking.
Yeah, yeah. I remember the first time I recalled Santino. I went up there and they told me something. I forgot what was going on, and I was like, "Oh, hell, I'll be back. All I'm gonna do is change a couple of words. Change a couple of words, and he was recalled."
Hmm. Well, then you got to look at why. When it come down to, then you got to look at why are they trying to keep him? Was stopping him from being recalled? Because it was somebody behind it. Because they was damn sure pushing Weavers through. You know, they picking and choosing.
Was Art successful on the first time he filed language against her?
I don't know. Don't let me lie to you. I couldn't tell you.
I know he had perfect timing
He did.
because he collected those signatures at Mott on election day.
I'm just baffled by
He
it.
went ham. He went ham on election day at Mott.
Well, I said, hey, y'all people, we're going to get with y'all tomorrow. Rich, stay on. Hold on. I'm finna end the broadcast. We'll see
All
y'all
right,
tomorrow. Tune
all
in
right. Peace
tomorrow.
out.
Hold up, Rich. Hold up.
I ain't
You,
gonna.
you,
I
no,
ain't
no,
gonna do it.
no. What you got? You got a show coming on this Saturday?
Yes, I'm gonna be doing Flint voices, and I'm just gonna give y'all. I'm gonna do that all by myself. I'm not gonna have no guests on,
So we'll
and
probably be on from.
I'm gonna enlighten y'all about the changes that's coming on forward and the issues that I'm finna stand on. I gotta talk because I can't stand on everything as strong as I want to. Sometimes, just like this Ajax stuff, I'm glad that Quincy got an ad hoc committee. I'm glad that they're doing whatever they're doing because I can't do it. I can't fight every battle. Quincy can't fight every battle. Mayor Neely can't fight everybody. You can't fight everybody. Black Lives Matter can't fight everybody. Man Up can't fight everybody. But we can all support each other in what we do the best we can, and we don't have to knock each other. The problem of it is we knock each other. We knock each other. When somebody is doing something good, like whenever Seldom Neely come up with a good idea that he's doing something good, I gotta talk about it. But I ain't heard nothing yet. But whenever he do, I'm gonna be all over it. I don't see him standing with Quincy at the Ajax. I don't see him standing with Liddell Lewis when she wrote it up about the people walking in these houses unprotected. You see what I'm saying? When I see something good, hell, he the one made sure that the parade of champions. I can't go around and brag about that parade that took away kids learning about the history of Flint. I can't. I can't say kudos to that. I can give them credit for at least keeping his people happy because they be saying some crazy. They only on the stuff they say is only a true friend, and he is. They got to be definitely very, 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 very close to him because I would, if I was his friend, I would just be quiet and I would tell him because I'm a real friend, man, bro. You got to do this, bro. You got to do that, bro. You
Mm-hmm.
forgetting about the people, bro. The people that elected you ain't the people that out here suffering. You got to
Right,
get over here and help everybody.
right,
You you were elected by the well doers in Flint. You won in the rich polls. You won where the money was. Where the money ain't at, they didn't vote for you.
right.
But you still gotta serve and you still gotta help them. And let me say this.
Go ahead.
He did get some votes in those other polls. He didn't get a lot. He got votes at Burston. He got votes at Haskell. Some of those polls were close. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Wasn't none one of them polls close at mine. It was a whitewash. He murdered her. He murdered Karen Weaver at mine. Murdered straight up. Like I said, I think it was 4 or 7 polls that he won out of maybe 46 or 50.
Mm-hmm.
And he won an election by 208 votes. That's a serious, a lot of people staying home number. It's serious that if 100 people that are registered voters that don't vote came together, started voting and voicing their opinion, and turned that group into 1,000 registered voters that do not vote, that is starting to vote and voice their opinion. We can
Right,
change all that. And then
right,
you got people. Then you got people like me running with a smile on his face. Don't have to worry about people talking about it's hard for a write-in. You have people like best candidate mostly for the city. That's who we win. You can have people that have been elected over and over and over again take their first L from a
right,
rookie because that rookie will have. Right now, rookies don't have support because it's too many blinders out there. You got blinders, just like when we be doing our show and we talking about popcorn and somebody call in and they want to talk about chicken.
hmm,
You see what I'm saying?
No doubt.
We got all kinds of distractors. We got people that you ask a serious question and they call their own brother a crackhead. Just totally changing the subject. You got people like Mason Lou that instead of debating with you, start calling you clown and all of this other stuff. Then you got all of these people that I don't even mention Eric. I don't mention Eric May's name. I don't really mention Eric May's name. But yet, when I say zero balance of water account, they say tell Eric Mays to pay his water bill. So you got all of these kind of people in the mix. And it's sad that a lot of these people, we're gonna make a new group called I Don't Live in Flint, but I Love Flint Politics Group. That's gonna be we're gonna make a new group called I Don't Live in Flint, but I Love Flint Politics Group.
Man, you should you shouldn't let it get to you like that, Rich. But
It's not getting to me, but I recognize that a lot of people are only hearing their side of the story. That's what I'm saying.
but you
A
getting
lot of
your
people are only hearing a lie.
but you getting your side out right now, Rich. I mean, you getting to say what you need to say,
And that's
and
the
you
same
bring
way to myself. It's a
and
lot of people that's hearing what I'm saying that ain't hearing a lie. A lot of people
right,
like, who we calling a lie?
right.
You see what I'm saying?
But you gonna be bringing the people on. But hold on, and hey, look, family, y'all tune in tomorrow at
Tune
six
in.
o'clock. At 6 o'clock, Fli-City Blackout will be going live down at the BLM
5:30,
building.
I'll be there. We're gonna set it off the right way.
Oh, Shawty, you good? Cause I don't need that. I stand. Me too, Shawty. Don't even feel we all good because we working to make
Shawty,
Flint
Shawty, you're
better.
not a misleader. It's a difference. You're not a
Right.